Hi, everybody, and welcome to our regularly scheduled Kubernetes SIG Usability meeting. Today, we're going to go over a project plan to take our jobs to be done project to the next level. Gabby has put this together, so we'll quickly review it and also point you to some resources to get started. So here we go. Can you see, wait. Okay, so this is the jobs to be done project plan. So basically, Gabby is going to be going on leave for a couple months, and so she wants to put up together a plan for while she's on leave, basically the jobs to be done project to continue. So we are looking for about 3 people who would be able to commit about 4 hours per month to help with this project. And what we're doing is we have the goal is to have a synthesized list of Kubernetes jobs that we can then use to start really understanding how people are using Kubernetes and where the project might need to invest more to make the jobs that our users are trying to do more seamless. So the estimated effort we have right now is we need to review we need to review interviews. So we had a really awesome intern, Cleopatra, who's done a lot of work on this. So she's already annotated 7 of the 12 interviews, which leaves 5 that haven't been annotated. So we're anticipating that this would take about 2 hours per remaining interview with 1 hour to listen to it and 1 hour to annotate. So that would be 24 total hours. So we think that with all of the reviewers involved, this would take about 4 hours to synthesize interviews on top of that. And so what we're looking for is over the next 3 months, since it's February today, about 3 people who can commit 4 hours per month to review and synthesize. And then that way we would be done with this period of work by the end of April. So our goals here are in February, every person would review and annotate 2 sessions on their own time and then provide an update at the monthly meeting in March. And then we would do that again in March. And then finally in April, every person would commit to 4 one-hour-long weekly synthesis meetings. And then we'd have a final update provided by all 3 participants at the monthly SIG meeting. Gabby is going to assist with this, and over the next 3 months, she's going to be able to do about 2 hours per week. So one thing to keep in mind if you're interested in participating in this is that we already have our YouTube video that Carl put together about how to do synthesis. So you can just watch that to sort of learn what the overall process is so you can contribute to this. And yeah, we're just kind of looking for volunteers right now so we can wrap up the jobs to be done project plan basically before Gabby goes on leave. So yeah. Any questions or anything?
Awesome. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I responded to her message today and let her know that I could volunteer to be one of the 3.
Yeah.
So, and I did attend a session with Carl. It's probably the one on YouTube, but I'll double check. I'll watch that as well. I was in a session with Carl and Josie a month or 2 ago. So I haven't done the annotation yet, but I think I can contribute and commit to doing that. So yeah, this sounds
awesome.
good.
Cool. Yeah, and I see Nathaniel just joined as well. Hello.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Hi. Yeah, so we were just going over our jobs to be done project plan, which is the only agenda item we had today. So basically, Gabby's put this together to try and help take us through synthesis. And we're basically looking for 3 people who can commit about 4 hours per month. And then so we'll share this doc in the channel and on the mailing list. And then we also have a YouTube video that we'll link everybody to that Emily was just talking about, which is basically how to do synthesis and annotation of the video so that we're all using the same procedure as we work together on this. So yeah, so I'll share this to our YouTube channel so folks can kind of see what our project plan is. And then hopefully we get some volunteers and we can really start getting to the next level of data synthesis on the jobs to be done project plan, which is going to be really cool. And Gabby will be around before she goes on leave, I guess in May, to help us out with it. So yeah. Cool. Any questions about this?
Just one more question, like as far as like a next step, I suppose Gabby will reach out to me to say like, hey, these are the interviews that you should annotate or something like that.
Yes, Gabby will be our fearless leader on this. And yeah, I did see you reply to her in Slack. So I'll make sure she knows that you're ready and able to help out. And then we'll see if we get any other volunteers for her total of 3. And okay, yeah, should be good.
Cool.
Cool. Was there any other topics folks wanted to talk about at today's meeting?
So I had a quick question. I wouldn't call it a topic. I really enjoyed this. I was essentially I saw your presentation at KubeCon, and basically I want to know what is the status of this study you guys are doing, and where the data kept at, basically.
Oh, where the data is being saved? Yeah, so everything is on Google Drive. We do keep it locked to participants who have engaged with the SIG and basically kind of become known participants, just because the people that we've interviewed have given us a lot of sort of information about themselves and their jobs and their work, and so we really want to be sensitive to that. So the data hasn't been scrubbed yet to make like completely open source. So we're just having people who are sort of consistent contributors and participants. We give them limited access to the data to help us annotate it and identify the jobs. And then as we go through this process, we will eventually have this nice annotated data that we can then share more widely.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a timeline for completion? Just curious.
Just the timeline that I was just sharing with our project plan right here. So you can kind of see that what we're looking for is to get 3 folks to commit 4 hours per month over the next 3 months in order to allow us to finish the annotation of our interviews and do the synthesis of the interviews to get those jobs, the synthesized list of Kubernetes jobs identified based on all of the interviews. And so with this, our goal would be, if we manage to get enough contributors to dive in, our goal would be to have that update available for everybody at the May meeting. So basically looking at this in February, we would, so this is the February meeting where we're just kind of saying, hey, here's our project plan. And then we would meet in March to go over the synthesis, to go over the review of the interviews and basically annotate them. And then we would be able to probably mid-March dive into synthesis and then have it wrapped up at the end of April for our May meeting.
Okay.
Yep, that's the goal. But so far it has been a little hard getting consistent participants in the annotation and synthesis, just because, you know, so many people are changing jobs and kind of, you know, we've all had so much going on lately. So this is like basically a pretty optimistic view if we get everybody to be able to commit 4 hours per month. Yep.
And so
was there something that was, yeah, was there something that you were hoping to use the data for? Like, what's your interest there?
So I am a solution architect at Intel. My particular focus is containers.
Oh, cool.
Obviously, along with that Kubernetes. And so I feel like I don't want to rely purely on articles that I pull up and, you know, what we do. I'm trying to get better data from the field and obviously have our sales force, but I mean, I want to be able to get live actionable data for us to make better decisions on how we create our products, basically.
Yeah, and that's what I think is really exciting about this work, is that this is the first time an upstream group has done a jobs to be done study that's not just kind of siloed within a single organization. So I think it's going to be really fun just to kind of do this in the open, have the data be publicly available, and kind of empower people to see what different users are doing across orgs. Because, often say, you work at Red Hat, you're talking to Red Hat OpenShift users. And here what we're really doing is talking to the greater group of Kubernetes users who may be using OpenShift or TKG or pure upstream, but just starting to kind of try and get that cohesive look at what jobs are they actually trying to do, and how is Kubernetes meeting or not meeting those. So yeah, I think it's going to be fun. I think a lot of people get value out of it, but right now it's just because the Kubernetes upstream project is so focused on kind of Go developers, backend developers, actually getting like a group of people who are skilled and interested in doing this more user researchy work has been difficult. So that's kind of where we are right now.
Understood.
But I think it's still like a really fun opportunity to kind of grow the contributor base in a new area for Kubernetes.
Very cool.
Cool. Okay. Anything else anyone wanted to chat about today? Cool. Well, thanks everybody. And we're in the Slack channel and the mailing list. If anyone has any questions or topics you'd like to bring up, always there. So yeah, chat next time.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.